about number 5, giving an incorrect reference for information I used is plagiarism. Yeah. So I have another question to you, because here we are all bilingual students, right? We have our first language and we know English. So sometimes if we write a paper in English and we have some reference, for example, my first language is Chinese, I have some Chinese materials. If I use the Chinese materials and quote it or cite the source from some Chinese papers, so should I give credit to the author or not? So I just translate them into English. Yeah.
You rephrased it.
So we have to cite, so give credit to the author, right? Because in many situations, I see some students, they don't give credit to the original author just because their language is not English. So I just have noticed that. Okay. So in terms of how to avoid plagiarism, I think the two presenters have already told us. The first one is cite your sources. Second one is use quotation marks when needed. And the third one is paraphrase. In terms of cite the source, besides what we have talked about, and I also want to add the second one. So even you do not directly quote from the author. For example, if I use Matt Hack's paper as my reference, and he quotes some materials from other author, the first author, I should also give credit to the first author and add the reference at the end of the paper, because he also contributes to my work. And also, when we write about the reference, we should give all of the information needed. For example, like the author, the title, the publication date, or even the publication press. I don't know what kind of format or style you use in your department. For example, in MathHub and my department, we use APA format. But I think these informations are all you needed in your papers, right? So maybe you can discuss with your advisors or your senior students with, and get an idea of what kind of format you need to use when you write a paper. Also, when using quotation marks, if I use exactly the word or the phrases the author talking about, I should add quotation marks, just like the presenter told us before. But we should also notice that we should not include so many quotations in our work, because if we do a research paper, we should have our original ideas and our original arguments. If we use so many quotations in our work, maybe it will let professors think it's not so professional, or we'll have to downgrade the paper because there are so many quotations. So normally for instructor or for professor in a course, they have a legitimate quotation percentage in the paper. For example, I think in our class, the MathHub allow us to have like 20%, right? 20% quotation in our papers. So after this class, I think MathHub will let you to view on 20 in. You can see how many percentage your work are similar as others' work. You can see them on 20 in after this class. Because before the class, only MathHub and I can see how many percentage your work is similar as others' work. So you should control your work under 20%. The other strategy is paraphrasing. Like you use others. When you use others' word, you should think that you should change others' word in your own word, because you have your own style of writing, just like you have your own personalities, your own characteristics. So you should make your work sound like your own, not others. So that's what you should think about when you paraphrase from the author. And have another activity. Just work with the pairs. There are 4 versions of, we can say that it's paraphrase, but you should think about if it is plagiarism or not. We have our original text at the beginning of the handout, and we have 4 another versions. So can you work in 2? give you like 2 more